Rangers booked their place in the last 16 of the Scottish Cup with a 1-0 win over St Johnstone at McDermott Park. Borna Barisic netted the only goal of a cagey affair as Michael Beale extended his unbeaten run and the holders ensured they took another step on the road to Hampden. In today's video, we'll discuss the 5 things we learned from the clash, whilst also providing you with a major Rangers transfer update. Not only that, we'll also go over the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to cover in today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. Before we get into today's video, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Former Rangers boss Steven Gerrard admits he is missing the buzz of football management after being axed by Aston Villa. The 42-year-old has been out of work since last October when he was shown the door at Villa Park after a miserable run of form. The former Rangers manager made the move south of the border after a successful 3.5 years at Ibrox, bringing the Scottish Premiership title back to Govan with his final full season with the club and led Rangers to back-to-back runs in the Europa League. Gerrard has since been linked to a return to management with the Polish national side. However, for now, he has been on punditry duty for BT Sports and admitted he is missing the feeling of being in the dugout. Speaking ahead of Liverpool's clash with Chelsea, he said, "I think when you're around the pitch, in the stadium, you see the teams come in, you speak to Jurgen, you get that buzz of a feeling of a match day. I don't think I'll ever lose that or not want to be involved in that. I'm enjoying it at the moment, being around my family, watching football. I'm enjoying being back here today, stress-free, but I think if you love the game and you've got it in your DNA, you're always going to miss it." Just a quick one before we get back into the video, guys. We are currently doing a January sale on all our Rangers merchandise. Just go down into the link in the description or go to rfcclothing.com. We do have new prints coming in February, but for now, as I said, shop the old collection, rfcclothing.com, or go down into the link in the description. Let's get back into the video. Rangers are heavily linked to 3 players in this January transfer window, those being Nicholas Raskin, Todd Cantwell and Morgan Whitaker. It is said that the Cantwell deal is pretty much done and he will be unveiled later this week, whilst it is also being reported that Rangers are in advanced talks with Nicholas Raskin. However, today we have an update for you on Morgan Whitaker, and it is said that Rangers are lining up a third bid after he was left out of the Swansea squad. The Light Blues have already had 2 offers turned down by the English Championship side, and we understand the club will try again this week. Whitaker is keen to make a move to Ibrox and asked to be left out of Swansea's team that headed to Loftus Road on Saturday. Whitaker would be unable to play for Rangers if he was to play for Swansea, as he spent the first half of the season out on loan at Plymouth Argyle. Swansea City boss Russell Martin had this to say before the game. "I did the pre-match press conference and received a text from Morg saying he wasn't in the right frame of mind to travel with the squad for a number of reasons. The situation hasn't changed, we haven't received any more bids from anyone, we have to respect that and be conscious he's a young man in a difficult moment. His well-being is the most important bit, he's got his family with him this weekend because he doesn't want to think about football and we'll assess the situation when we're back on Monday and see where we're all at. It just means it'll be a slower process, him trying to get back into the team if he's still here in 12 days or whatever it is, which I envision him being." As I mentioned in the intro, Rangers made it another win under Michael Beale as the Jazz progressed to the next round of the Cup. In this part of the video, we'll discuss the 5 things we learned from St Johnstone 0, Rangers 1. Another grind, but a win. The result is the only thing that really matters in cup ties. That was all that Bill could take away from this one as he maintained his unbeaten stint. The Englishman speaks about being result happy and performance happy. Only one of those were applicable at McDermott Park, and this was another largely forgettable outing. The victory was merited and Rangers deserved their place in the next round, but Bill demands so much more from this side. He has said that they are still a work in progress, and showings like this highlight just how far Rangers have to still go as the search for improvement continues. 8 wins from 9 matches represents an impressive start in the cold light of day, and there are signs that Beale is making an impression on this side. As the treatment room continues to clear and new faces arrive in the coming days, that job will gradually get easier. Winning is imperative while that process unfolds. The victory wasn't one that will be fondly remembered come the end of the campaign, and it was another case of job done and move on for Rangers. Clean sheet. Out of Bill's 9 games in charge, 4 of them we have gave teams a head start, but tonight we bucked that trend, which was a positive. In truth, it never looked like Rangers were going to fall behind on this occasion. St Johnstone offered virtually nothing in an attacking sense, and even the set-piece situation didn't bring any rewards. Rangers with Alan McGregor back between the sticks were able to fend off a few advances before striking to give themselves the platform for victory in Perth. Barisic with a belter. Borna's goal proved to be the deciding factor as Bill's men sent 7,000 travelling fans home happy. It was Barisic's first goal for the club in over 2 years, and it could prove to be an important one come the end of the season. Borna spoke to the media after the game and had this to say. It was a tough game, as we expected on this pitch. It was always going to be hard when you play an away game. The pitch was very bad, and it was hard to play our style at the end of the day. We won the game and we can be proud. We want to get back this trophy, and we are doing everything we can to do that. We know it will be hard and the knockout games are never easy, but we've started well and hopefully it will continue like this. Alex Lowry to kick on from here. This should have been the season that Alex Lowry really started to establish himself as a first-team player at Ibrox. Instead, he has struggled for game time and barely made an impression. A hat-trick for the B team against civil service strollers earlier this month was a reminder of what the youngster can do. On his day, he looks to have all the attributes to slot into Bill's side, and the manager has been effusive in his praise to Lowry since his return and dismissed prospects of a January loan move away from Ibrox. This outing was his first since he got 66 minutes from the start against Motherwell, and Bill later explained that a calf injury had kept him on the sidelines. Such frustrations have been the story of his season, and his only other appearance is the Champions League defeat at home to Ajax. He was given the final 8 minutes to make an impression in Perth as he replaced Ryan Kent, and it was always going to be difficult to read too much into his performance given the frantic finale. The coming week should bring more opportunities for Lowry. His involvement will say a lot about where he is and where he is heading as a Rangers player. Another change of goalkeeper. It's fair to say that I don't think Michael Beale knows who his strongest goalkeeper is after making yet another change for this match. McLaughlin wasn't great in the match against Kilmarnock, conceding 2 really sloppy goals, so I assume that's why Bill brought McGregor in. Again, the whole thing is super confusing, but you guys all know my opinion, and that is that we need a new goalkeeper this window. Rangers fans, what do you make of the 3 players we are heavily linked to, and how many more additions do you think we need to make between now and the end of the window? Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video, guys. Please do smash that like button, and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. We are also having a January sale on all our Rangers merchandise, so do shop the collection by going to either rfcclothing.com or going down into the link in the description and taking a look there. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.